Welcome back to Las Vegas in the Monster Energy Cup. Crowd having a great time here in Las Vegas. It has been a big day, and we're just getting started with the races. The Super Mini class were the first amateur riders to hit the track in this great experiment of Supercross racing back in 2011. Adam Cianciarulo out-dueled Cooper Webb in a 1-1 performance that proved the youngest riders could succeed under the bright lights. 2013 and 12, Austin Faulkner would become the only double winner in the event's history. Mitchell Folk guided his KTM to a 1-1 victory in 2014. The following year, Lance Kobic would return Kawasaki to the top. Styles Robertson would lay claim to the title a year later. Just last year, Jet Reynolds made it 6 out of 7 for riders on Cowies as he stood on top of the podium as the winner of the prestigious Super Mini title. Joining the elite group of riders is Monster Energy Cup champions.
In second place winners of the biggest group contest.
Great crowd on hand to watch all these all-stars in action. And as we told you, we've got an all-star crew helping to bring the coverage. And joining us in the booth as we get into the amateur portion of the racing program tonight is Austin Faulkner himself. Congratulations.
Yeah, glad to be here, guys. Excited.
Hey, he's the only rider in the history of the Monster Energy Cup that is undefeated.
Yeah, that's a pretty good record, right?
6 motos, 6 wins. 3 in the Super Mini, boom. Move up to the All-Star, boom. But you haven't ridden the Cup class yet.
Okay, Austin, we're going to see a lot of young riders in here, and there was a time when not a lot of people knew your name when you came to this event. You certainly have changed that. Who should we keep an eye on here tonight?
Vohland looked really good in practice. Hawkins, Amarine, Vries, Ryder Di Francisco. There's a few guys, but honestly, sometimes this race, it's sometimes not. I didn't come into this race as one of the guys that a lot of people thought were going to win my first year, and I ended up winning. So it could be somebody that was not really
winning. You
expecting.
dominated.
Yeah.
What's this big Supercross track like when you're a little guy like that, when you're riding a smaller Super Mini bike?
It's tough because you can't really do any of the triples and the rhythms. You kind of just have to double-doubles. You have to be really aggressive, getting the wheels back on the ground, scrubbing stuff. And this Dragon's back tonight, I think, is going to be tough for these guys.
Well, let's go get an Oakley starting gate report from Kristen Beat.
Thanks, Ralph. 10 Monster Million Sweepstakes winners were flown out here to Las Vegas for their chance to compete for cash. They entered the Monster Million cash box, as you can see here, and that one lucky fan who grabbed the most cash is now eligible to win $1 million. Now, that is only if Eli Tomac can go on to win all 3 main events. Guys, not just the riders having some fun out here tonight.
Wait, we could give away $2 million tonight?
Yeah, and none of it's going to you and me.
If Tomac wins it, that fan that wins the million with him, he's going to be their new favorite rider for sure.
One thing different about this event too, with the Super Minis, unlike the Premier class, this is boys and girls competing out here.
Yeah, all these riders. Jasmine Canfield out here. I think Jordan Jarvis is in the Amateur All-Stars class. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty unique.
And they're fast.
Yeah, I mean, there's not any slow people here.
No, that's right. So here's a look at what the Super Mini class is all about, Jeff. Ages 13 to 17 and the small bikes.
Yeah, it's definitely a look at the amateur motocross riders that are developing. But I'm telling you, I mean, Austin, myself, decades ago. But these are where you start to identify the kids that are coming through, that have the talent, that have the great support team and everything.
Getting ready for their first race here. We'll see them twice.
So 7-Eleven, you see there on the KTM waving his arms. That's Max Vohland. He's actually second generation.
Yep.
His father was a pro-level rider, Grand Prix winner, raced Supercross with us back in the days. His uncle, and his technique and his speed has just been incredible. Another rider that I'm keeping my eye on is number 411 there on the Kawasaki, Nick Romano. He qualified 7th, but he was really fast, and at a time in the qualifying sessions, he was the quickest. So much talent right here.
And that rider right there is Jasmine Canfield. And she is focused and ready to go as the gate is about to drop. The 30-second board is up. Here we go. Super Mini race number 1. You want to know the future of Supercross? Here it is in the starting gate at the Monster Energy Cup. They might be names you don't know yet unless you're really niche in the sport, but when this night is over, these will be riders you'll be talking about for sure at the end of the day.
This race will be 6 laps. They're going to have 2 main events here tonight to determine the winner.
Here we go, gate drop time. Looking for the whole shot. Who's going to get it? Coming up the inside, Ryder DiFrancesco. Oh boy, is he fast too. Ryder on that 199 out of Bakersfield, California. Oh, he's in the top block.
Oh, that's a bad place to go down. And the bike's on top of him.
Spot, and he's trapped underneath that cowie. Ryder DiFrancesco would have been one of the riders coming into the night. He's up and walking away, holding that right arm. But that is a name you would have thought of as a potential title winner here tonight.
Yeah, that's what's tough. These guys, their heart rates are going crazy the first couple laps in this race, and that's what's tough, is trying to channel that in the first couple laps and not do anything that's going to throw it away. And I mean, it happens.
Yeah, just jumped a little wide on that, and so it's going to allow Varize up front. Vohland, who was super fast, running in second. And there's the Dragon's back that we talked about. That's a tough obstacle for these smaller super mini bikes to double into the turn.
Dallin Hawkins right there on the number 71. Joshua Varize, this is his third super mini appearance at the Monster Energy Cup. Was third in 2017, fourth in 2016, and that experience can really help.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely my second year. I was a lot more confident coming here than my first year. I knew what to expect. I was a veteran per se, because not a lot of people come here twice in the super mini class at least. So that experience is definitely gonna help.
Here's the number 24, Varize, battling Vohland, trying to get around on the 7-Eleven. Does so for now. And the Kawasaki rider's going to try to pull away, but they're going to be bar to bar almost as they come back into the stadium here at Samboy.
Oh, it's a drag race through the sand rollers, and Varize, is he going to...
Oh, hang on, Vohland! All the way on the back of the bike is Max Vohland.
Did you guys hear the crowd right there?
How could you not get into that, right?
Wheel stand was incredible.
Reminded me of Eli Tomac at Daytona a couple of years. And the battle continues as Varize and Vohland, pair of KTM riders, swapping the lead here.
Okay, and also we should note that these Super Mini and the All-Stars will not... Oh, he makes a mistake. They will not be having to take the Joker lane like that's just for the Cup class.
That's right. So Max Vohland takes advantage of the mistake. He's making his Monster Energy Cup debut, second in the Super Minis, 1 and Super Mini 2 at Loretta Lynn's earlier this year. Of course, that's the huge outdoor amateur event in motocross.
Yeah, Loretta Lynn's, Monster Energy Cup are definitely, without a doubt, the 2 biggest races for an amateur in the year. And Loretta's is an outdoor race, which these guys are definitely used to riding. This is unique because, I mean, this is the only race really of its kind.
Hawkins right there started to close up a little bit on Varize. The other sand section on the opposite side of the stadium, Varize just had a bad run through there. I thought they were going to close it right up as Romano's in fourth. He's at the top of your screen on the right, green bike. I still think the battle for the podium right here for the top 3 is still up for grabs. We're only about halfway through this event.
Vohland, Varize, Hawkins, Romano, Amarine, that's your top 5. There went Hawkins, Romano right behind him.
Take a look at the lap times, guys. Unfortunately for this group, the fastest lap was Vohland out front at a 1:13.8, and that was about a second faster than anyone else on the track. So Vohland definitely smoking this first main event here.
Ricky, we saw how the big bikes handled your design. How about the Super Minis?
Well, they're handling it pretty good. I mean, it's incredible the talent level that these youngsters have. It's so much fun to watch. I respect them so much. But I'm down here by this Dragonback, and this Dragonback is one of the biggest Dragonbacks I've seen in a long time. These little guys are just going through it like it's nothing. It's pretty cool to see.
You know, we talk about Loretta Lynn's, Austin, and how big event that is. It's huge. It's legendary. But there's something about being in the stadium under the bright lights. For these youngsters, this is a huge part of a stepping stone process to maybe someday racing in the legendary stadiums like Anaheim.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing here is that all the major teams that you want to ride for when you're pro.
Hawkins in the pits.
He was fourth. That's going to cost him.
All right, go ahead and finish what you were saying.
All the major teams that you want to ride for whenever you turn pro are here. Not all of them are Loretta's. Everybody's here watching, and that's big.
Hawkins looked like he had a problem with his throttle. He keeps something. He was moving his throttle back and forth, shaking his head. That's going to cost him. It's going to put him back right now. Timing and scoring has him in 5th, I believe.
This is Nick Romano on the 411, holding down 3rd. Amarine on the 32 runs right behind him. Romano out of Johnstown, Pennsylvania.
Oh, they get together.
Aggression. I like it.
Caden Amarine, Great Bend, Kansas.
He just left the door open. Romano went wide. That berm was just pushed way out. I mean, what are you going to do, right?
Take it.
That's right.
You know where I see the little bike struggle? It's just because their wheel size is so much smaller. It's the sand. I mean, these guys, they're doing all they can to get through as fast as they can, but those little tires are really struggling in both sand sections. Excuse me.
There is the 34 of Allred. Taylor Allred. She is running in 21st, and Jasmine Canfield right now is running in 20th. Allred 21st, Canfield 20th.
A couple of our young ladies that are out there battling the boys here tonight, and Allred was up inside, I believe, the top 15, but has fallen back a couple of positions.
Well, they call him Max. His full name is Maximus Vohland. His hobbies, of course, BMX, scooter riding, and video games, as it should be. And also, maybe winning super mini races at the Monster Energy Cup, because he is well on his way to doing that. His dad, of course, Talon Vohland, former 125 Supercross race winner, family out of Sacramento, California area. Great legendary NorCal racing family on 2 wheels. And adding to the legendary name, Maximus Vohland, taking a checkered flag and winning the first super mini race of the night. Here comes the battle. Look at this, to the checkers. Romano just holding a Hymus here at the end. Maurice Amarine taking the rest of the top spots on the podium. At the conclusion of race number 1. They got to come back and do it again.
What a ride. He looked fantastic, huh, Austin?
Yeah, really good. I mean, didn't get the start, made it happen early, and just kind of broke away. Had a good lead. He looked solid.
Ricky, what can you tell us about Max's bike?
Yeah, when he came off the finish line, he's like revving it up over here after the Dragon back to pull it over here to get his interview done, and his bike started smoking really bad, and it smells like antifreeze at the same time. So I'm not sure exactly what the rules are, but I'm not sure if he can get another bike or if he has another bike, but this could be an interesting twist before their second race here.
And Ricky, when he rounded the final turn, there's a step up over the tabletop. His bike was cutting out. He didn't jump that, and he barely jumped on top of the finish line, so we'll find out what that's all about.
Well, let's do that right now. Max is ready to join us. Max, congratulations on winning race number 1. The good news is that the Super Mini class, the winner of the first one has gone on to become the overall winner 6 of 7 times. But we're wondering about your bike. Is it okay?
I'm not sure, Ralph. I went up into that last corner before the finish. The thing just started cutting out. I was barely able to even jump up on top of the finish, but I think my mechanic, TJ, is going to go back, and we're going to get her fixed for the next moto.
All right, buddy. Go back, check on the bike. We'll see you coming up a little later on.
All right, yeah, thank you.
Well, the first of the amateur races is in the books. We got more from the big night at the Monster Energy Cup in Las Vegas. Stay with us. You don't want to miss any of the great action from Sam Boyd Stadium.